What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, this is a little bit different, but we need this. We need this because it's got a lot of parts we actually need for the pink truck, including this taillight harness and those bumper brackets. So thank you to Reese. I know this is your truck and it's totaled, but I appreciate you for letting me get these parts. We got good news for the pink truck as well. I know he's been missing on the channel for a minute. However, we have a set of injectors coming, big sticks. Was waiting for a few key things to complete that build, and this is one of them, and then the rest are being shipped. So that thing should be finished soon, and it's gonna be an absolute animal. I don't know what else. What else are we doing? I don't even know what we're doing. We'll figure it out. But let's start with this. Alright guys, so only a couple battle wounds, nothing crazy. It's like pull apart, but not really. We needed these brackets and then these to secure the truck to the bumper because we cut them off of the pink truck back when we actually disassembled it back in like August. So we needed these, and then this harness that goes to the tail lights, and the it actually tees off and goes into the license plate lights as well. But we needed this because the one on the pink truck, everything is just shattered. All these plugs are shattered, which we need these to plug into these, and then our tail lights plug into this. So we needed this so we can complete the rear end of it. And as funny as that sounds and as crazy as that is, we can put the rear bumper on, and we can put the taillights in now. And when we get back to the shop, I've got another surprise for you guys that I've been, you know, we kind of conjured up that my buddy Aaron found for us behind the scenes. That's really gonna complete the interior of the pink truck as well. Even though it's not front and center right now, we're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes to, you know, make this pink truck, this 1999 F250, as mint as possible. But we're making it happen, guys. Don't you worry.
There it is. Can't wait to build my new Cummins with this new head.
Please, performance.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna hang up the box in the shop. Maybe the head too.
Sick. Dope.
Man, that's been in your bed for how long?
very confused where on earth this came from. I can tell you, I know where it came from. I don't know where it came out of, what it was, or what vehicle. I don't know if it was an Expedition, an F-150 King Ranch, Excursion. I don't know. I have zero clue. So if anyone in the comments knows where this steering wheel would have came out of with tan leather and like a wood grain, and this isn't like the faux fake leather. This is, no, it's like hard wood, which is pretty dope. And especially considering that our steering wheel has been one of the issues this truck has had the whole time. It's been bent. I don't know why or how it's bent, but it is. And it's just not comfortable to drive. It still works, the thing still moves, but it's just not comfortable. Obviously, a circular wheel instead of like a ellipse, oval, moon shaped wheel is definitely gonna be better. But the fact that my buddy located this when he was picking up a motor for his truck is absolutely incredible, because this is the exact wheel I wanted in this truck, but I didn't know it existed. And not only did it exist, it's right here in my hand. So obviously, you saw we went through the trouble of getting it off the old steering column, and now we have just the wheel and everything that needs to be plugged in. And it's ready to go in here. And we also have got the back plastics that are not black. They're this kind of taupey brown color that'll pull this whole thing together. And this is gonna look incredibly sharp in here. And like I said, I don't believe this came out of a lariat. I don't know where it came out of, but we're putting it in a lariat. I think you can already agree, you ain't ever seen anything like this. So let's get this going. We'll check those out in a second, but we also finished our powder coating rack because we got to get the Jeep lift kit sandblasted and powder coated next week if we have any hopes of making it to Jeep Beach. So that's the plan. That's why we knocked the rest of this out tonight. A couple things we did. We added supports down here. Really helped this out right here. That's great. And then obviously we added supports going this way. Rack is a little tall, but it'll be good because when the hooks hang, less powder will be attracted to the rack and more to the parts, and I won't have to like clean everything off as much. But yeah, adding support sideways with equal weight on both sides. This thing is stout. So that's great. And then we also came in here, I had some square tubing laying around, and we added handles on this side and the other side, so we're able to come through here, and it makes steering and pushing this thing a lot easier, especially with a lot of parts hanging on it. Getting a little better control than trying to steer it like this that's gonna be incredible. So yeah, we added these. Those aren't going anywhere. Here it is. If we need to add anything as we go, more supports, more different level racks, smaller racks, things hanging here, whatever we can. But for now, this will be able to, you know, hang the entire Jeep lift kit with no issues, and that's awesome. So that's what we were going for this whole time. And we can do the whole thing at once, so I'm excited for that. Anyway, let's go take a look at the Ford, and I'm gonna tell you a few other things we got coming for that are really gonna complete the build and finish this thing off, and also kind of knock it out of the park. So let's go take a look at those. We also threw in a brand new cup holder over here, because the other one, obviously you guys know they all broke, literally on Amazon. Got the tan one, it's all good to go. Threw that in there. 2 screws underneath, and then 2 screws in the front. If you pull out that bottom little cubby and it pops out, and unscrew that plastic thing. You can get those top 2 out super easy, slide that out, and obviously repeat the process. Put it in, tighten the 2, put the cubby back in, and get the front tightened. We probably fought with this one for a good 4 hours or so, trying to get it off of the steering shaft of the other one. The bolt style wheel puller, everything, it was just acting up. As you saw, we used the 3-jaw puller, and getting it positioned right on this, you know, on this one on the truck, the wheel just popped, which was incredible. Makes this job super easy when the wheels come off like that. But the new wood grain one is in here, which goes super good off the wood door panels. That was literally, that's the wheel I wanted in here the whole time, and I didn't know it existed. I kind of thought it did, but I honestly, the ones I did know were the ones that had like the King Ranch, like faux kind of leather wrapped on it, or the King Ranch leather. But I didn't know there was a wood grain one out of, I have no idea. This panel's still off. We're gonna put the switches in to run the rock lights, but then we'll finally button that up at the end. And let's go to the front, because I got some kind of awesome news for this thing as well. As you guys know, a long time ago, we put a gigantic intercooler on this, bigger boost tubes. We upgraded the turbo, gigantic cold air intake, the whole 9. We added a lot of air to this engine. This truck has a basic tuner on it, but these 7.3s from factory make literally 250 horsepower, which is nothing, and it's a lot of weight. And to me, I literally thought something was wrong with the truck, because it was so slow, so sluggish, and that's just me, like, I just can't believe it. So we got to do something about that. A tune wasn't enough. We got a set of full force diesel stage 2 injectors, 180 cc, 100% over nozzles, coming for this truck. We also have a new Hydra with custom tunes to run the single shot injectors, and we got the, like I got the DP tuner gauge pod. Well, the Hydra's got a gauge pod as well, so we're gonna, you know, swap those out real quick, and then our Hydra will be up there. Hydra should come with a variety of tunes, and like I said, they will be single shot injectors, 180 cc and 100 over nozzles. This thing is going to be an animal with stage 2 injectors. Like I said, we got some air. I know a lot of you are gonna probably start talking H-pop, a lot of other things. Yes, the injectors will work on the factory H-pop. Higher tunes may not be able to get the full power out of it. So like I said, now we gotta, you know, we got something to play with. We got the fuel, we got some air. If we need to add, you know, an H-pop, or we need to add something else, we very well can to make this truck an absolute animal. I have a strange feeling that these injectors on this truck with 274,000 miles, for some reason, I have a feeling they're factory. And all 8 have never been replaced. Usually one goes bad and people buy a $100 injector, slap it in there, and call it a day. If that ever happens to a truck that I own, I'm gonna replace all 8 while I'm in there. Makes no sense, or 6 if you have a Cummins, obviously. But I just have a strange feeling that all 8 injectors have never been replaced on this truck. They just seem very old, tired, and weak. So regardless of the stage 2 part of the injectors, just getting it back to stock, I feel like will completely wake this truck up. So the fact we're adding, you know, stage 2 injectors to this, I think this is gonna be a completely different truck here shortly. So yeah, guys, little things here and there on this Ford, pulling this together. Like I said, there's still 2 more things that need painted, but we'll get those done whenever. And like I said, this whole time I was waiting on trying to figure out something injector-wise for this, if we were gonna do it, if we're not. But now that they're coming, we'll finish up the motor, throw the thermostat in, new filler necks here, coolant filter, obviously rock lights, paint the two things. And now that this interior is pretty much complete, other than that dash panel that needs to go in, from the condition it was in to the condition it is in now, if any of you in the audience have ever taken something on like that, it does take a lot. Full color changes, you know, actually scaling the frame, doing that, getting it down just to the bare bones, all new body panels. It is a lot of work, and I can't wait to get this thing done and actually take it for a spin and actually enjoy it. That steering wheel really completed the interior of this thing, and I'm super stoked how that whole interior vision turned out. Did a few things on this real quick in this video, but we're gonna get directly back to the Jeep content in the next video. We need to get that lift kit done and on, and a couple more things painted to get that thing kind of buttoned up exterior wise. That's all we really need for Jeep Beach. If the interior isn't done by the time we're there, I'm not worried about it. We can come back and knock that out of the park. But while we're down there, I at least want to enjoy it lifted and be able to drive it on the beach with all of that stuff done. So yeah, I'm excited, guys. We're almost done, buttoning this up, but buttoning that Jeep up shortly too. So it's gonna get exciting here, and yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, shoot a thumbs up. If you haven't been here before, please get down there, click subscribe. Drop me a comment if you haven't already. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next one.